You look so gorgeous. Like I like the color. I'll call it color coding.
Color coding.
Purple.
I don't even use purple. It's a kind of brown. Anyways, welcome to this YouTube video. It's me, J Thyna, the sweetest girl in town, and
24 elders.
yeah,
Baddest producer.
the sweetest boy in the city, baddest producer.
Yeah.
Okay, so apart from producing beats, my husband has been producing my YouTube since I started. I don't know what goes into anything that happens with my YouTube videos. I just make the videos and that's all. Like I literally just see my videos drop, and we need to give him his accolades for that. So today we're making a video on young couples keep making these mistakes with money. Young couples keep making these mistakes with money. Couples in general make this mistake, but young people don't even take it any seriously at all. So we are making this video to let people know that money is a factor in marriage, money is a factor in relationship, money is a factor from when you agree to get married to that person. So that's why we're making this video. Number one, having unrealistic budgets. Having unrealistic budgets, like we're going to do our wedding, we will spend 6 million naira. They are planning a wedding of 6 million naira and they earn 100k or 200k. No, so it's good to always believe in God to increase you, but at your level, you need to work at your level. You need to plan at your level. Don't be planning big wedding when your income is small. Even after you people get married, don't buy the most expensive car just because that's what everybody is buying. Honey, what do you have to say about that?
That's fact. And imagine people having 6 million budget and they only earn 100k.
Yes.
And that's, I would say, in Nigeria.
Yeah, in Nigeria.
That's 100k pounds. So imagine that. So where does all the other money come from?
Yeah.
That means the other monies come from loans.
Yeah.
Because a lot of young people are actually so pressurized to collect loans now.
People
banks
use loans for weddings.
For weddings, which is
crazy stuff.
Which is the very beginning of financial wreck.
Yeah.
In that marriage, when you start about that. So,
nah.
I think we need to actually, talk about in another video about wedding budgets of
how we did
how we did it, and then
if we tell people on YouTube how we did our wedding and everything, they're gonna think we're just crazy people, because literally we did not think of anything extravagant and I look extravagant. I mean, look at me. But when it comes to things like wedding and all those things, the wedding lasts for one day, the marriage lasts forever. You go and take loan to do wedding, and then in that marriage you'll be sweating to eat, sweating to pay, sweating to do this, sweating to do that. I never believed in loan since I was a child. I don't even know where the knowledge came from. Everybody who is owing someone, they don't sleep well at night. That's how I think. If I go to make my hair and my hairdresser is like, oh, don't worry, you pay me later. I'm like, no, let me pay you now. Like, I literally don't have my peace. I lose my peace when I'm owing someone. So imagine me borrowing money to do wedding. So I think it's important for us to talk about these things, because people want to be extravagant in everything they're doing. I don't believe so. So that's number one. People make that mistake with collecting money to do wedding, collecting money to buy engagement ring, buying engagement ring on a credit score. They'll be paying every month for engagement ring. If you can't afford it, if you can't afford the thing 10 times, you can't afford it once. If you can't buy 10 of it, you can't buy one of it. That's how I see it. If I'm going to get a car, I want to get a car that if I want to buy 10 of it, I can buy 10 of it. And I can't use money to buy a car that I'm not giving God that kind of money. If I'm not giving God this amount of money, I'm not using it to buy anything for myself, because I'm joking to myself. Like, I beg, money matter. You know how I am with money now. No.
No.
Can't afford to be broke. Can't afford to be poor.
That point was also about like making unrealistic
budgets
as well. So I think apart from even weddings or marriages, I think that really is important as well at any point in life as a person as well. Maybe you have a goal to do something.
Yes, I just remembered, like housing too. For instance, if they're earning 3k per month, for instance, they're going to take a house that is 3k or 3k 5, and then they remove all the bills they need to pay, and they're living from mouth to hand and mouth to
So literally when you get paid, you pay your rent and then you have nothing
left.
Pay a lot of bills.
You should not take a house that is equivalent to what you earn. It's a dangerous thing people do. They want to live in the fancy area. Once their rent is paid, they go back to not having money again. You should do better than that. You and your partner should plan your income. Plan your income is so important. Number 2 mistake young people make.
Sorry, so when we say young people, so not only married people.
Yes, people that like the one we just established now. They want to, match up to every other person. Number 2 mistake people make in marriage, young people make in marriage, or people make in marriage generally, is comparing yourself with couples on social media. Comparing yourself with couples on social media. We make music, and we have friends who make music, right? How our friends who make music choose to do their wedding is good for them. They're not us. If you came for our wedding, it was a small wedding. I wanted it so. I've always wanted a small wedding. Not because, I like it's a small crowd. Secondly, I don't think it makes any sense to feed crowds of people you do not know and then go back to bank wreck. I don't think it makes any sense. And coming into the UK, guys, it's insane how people take loans to do weddings here. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I can't even. No. Compare yourself with couples on social media. Oh, she wore that dress. The dress was made with pearls. Our court wedding dress, my husband bought it from Pretty Little Thing, I think. Basic white dress. Because it doesn't matter after that day. After the day, I never use that dress again. That's how I see. Some people will die over the wedding dress and they don't even have money to feed. It's real. I know people who these things have happened to. I'm not telling you story. I'm telling you what has happened, and it's insane.
And don't you think that this issue is a bit mental in a way that it's a bit psychological? That's what I meant. In a way that people that even have money, I don't think they do crazy.
No.
You don't get rich by
throwing money up. No. My mom will always say in Igbo. How does she say it? Forgotten, but she says it also in pidgin English. They know they get money through get and throw away. So you can't get money by getting it and throwing it back away. If you haven't seen my video on how to make wealth in your youth, go and check that video out. It's very important. You need to know how to manage money before you want to say marriage, because you're going to have children, you're going to buy diapers, you're going to buy all these things, you're going to listen. It's not joke, but you need to have been
not at all.
Trained to keep money. Not everything that comes in you want to spend.
Not planning your income.
Number 3, not planning your income, and that's something we touched a bit in number 1. If you know that you're having X amount of money, you need to plan it. Don't wait for the money to come before you start to spend it. Plan it. If you need to, if you're someone who likes to jot things down, jot them down. I'm not the jotting type. I plan with my brain, because it's still sharp. Now that I have it sharp. When I'm like 70, 80, I need to write. But now, if you say so. So listen, plan your income before it comes in. If it's one person who is working, plan it. If it's both of you, plan it. This money we'll use it for this and that and that. Your marriage is going to be more peaceful, because you're not thinking, we need to pay this. Every important bill needs to be paid before you think of spoiling yourself, before you think of doing date night, before you think of spending money anyhow. I think it's so important.
Going on vacation.
Hey, that one is so rampant.
Planning your income is really important, because sometimes when you get paid, some things could just come. Maybe you just see an opportunity to buy something. Maybe someone is doing sales on something. Like as a producer now, maybe I see sales on plugins that people are using to produce. I might just want to buy it. If I hadn't planned my income, I wouldn't be able to.
Number 4, not being intentional about building wealth. Because it's one thing to meet your needs, it's another thing to build wealth. I know not everybody wants to be wealthy, so I wish you all the best. But we have chosen to be wealthy and we want to build it. So we can't start our lives by the money we would have saved, we'll now use it to be paying debt. We don't believe in that. So being intentional about building wealth. How much will we be saving every month? How much will we invest into this or that? That reminds me of the story about the people who I'm running faster than myself. So obviously we had our baby in the UK, and the best people that they recommend to to circumcise your baby are the Jewish people. So we got a rabbi to do our baby circumcision, and we understood why Jewish people are wealthy.
Yeah. Because I would say that was the first time of having
that was our first time of having to do business with Jewish people. We understand why they're wealthy now. And so we've incorporated that into our business, into our life. These Jewish people, let me tell you, if you haven't met them, they're so business minded, they are so good at their job, and they make you feel comfortable for it. For instance, the rabbi who was going to do our baby circumcision, because obviously it was a lot of money. A lot of people don't pay that much for circumcision in the UK, but we paid that much because we want our son's wife to enjoy. I'm joking.
That's not the main reason.
No, because they do it well. A lot of people have complained how they spoiled their child, penis and all of that. That's story by the side. We got the rabbi to do thing. We got the number, and they kept following us up. The first time my husband ever called them, they took his name, his address, everything down.
Hadn't even paid or anything.
We thought it was like a hospital or something, because when we got there, it was their house they were using to do this circumcision. It would have been easy for them to go and pay for a place and be using it. They have the money for it, but they're using their house, which is probably a mortgage or they bought off cash. These people are wealthy. I told 24. I've been to fancy houses in the UK, but that one is number one. Listen, these people's bathroom, it's not their main bathroom, it's the guest bathroom. The toilet is pink. The toilet has gold on the wall. I said, see, Jewish money. If you're talking Arab people have money, no, Jewish people have money. That vicinity was Jewish people live there. I was like, no, I'm blown away. These people have business mindset. And when we were asking questions about, how to care for the baby after the circumcision, they were giving us everything, and they always told us to call them back if we needed anything. These are old people. They're not young people. They're like in their 70s, if I'm not exaggerating. 70, but they're still doing business like they're young.
It's crazy. Learned a lot from that.
We learned a lot from that. Since then, obviously it's been 2 months now. Our mindset in doing business has changed, and we keep looking for ways to learn more, because if you're looking for something, you will find it. If you are looking for something, you will find it. And because we're looking for the knowledge to make wealth, we understand how important it is.
So you would say that they are very intentional about building wealth?
Yes. The husband and the wife. The way they, made us feel at home like they are our parents, or they're collecting our money. Fantastic idea. Whatever you are doing, you need to do it well. You need to do it. I don't know, maybe because I went to business school for a while. My husband wasn't obviously not a business person at all.
But guess what? You made me a business person.
Nah, he's now insane. Like he's going crazy.
I rubbed off on her.
He's going crazy with being a business minded person. Every one of us should be. Jesus came as one man, and he brought a lot of people back with him. That is the essence of influence. When you have influence, you use it to the advantage of God. God's desire is for every of his child to be wealthy, to touch their hands on things, and those things, generate fruit and everything. That's why
we need to be fruitful. As believers. It's one of the instruction and direction that God gave us when we're made. Fruitful. But people think it's only about procreating, just like giving birth. No, it's really about being fruitful. Going further into that, Christ was telling his disciples that they should be fruitful. This is the way people know that they are his disciples. So that's the way. So we're Christ's disciples. And being fruitful is the way
to go.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Number 5, taking out loans for events and parties, borrowing money. You just said it. I always joke with my husband. There's a tribe in Nigeria that we know that borrow money for events. They borrow money for gele, borrow money to sew cloth, borrow money to buy shoe, borrow money for accessories, gold everywhere. And then the next day, when the person they borrow the money from is coming, they will tell their children,
say I'm not home.
I know they house me or simile.
Haven't you mentioned the tribe?
I don't know if you. And it's like, we Igbos, we don't do like that. And that's why, obviously, please save money. It's so important. Build wealth. it's a key factor in kingdom.
And I think the beginning and the end of this, as you said, is that we're influencers. And if you think that you don't want to be an influencer, you don't want to draw more people to Christ, you don't want to do all that, you just want to live a mediocre life, mediocrity.
I'm the one person who would choose to live a mediocre life, because I'm naturally not drawn to events, lights, camera, action. Like people think I am. I don't like attention in any way. So when I got married, I had this fear of becoming popular. I told my husband I don't want to be popular, because I want to make music, I want to do everything, but I do just want more people to know me. And it's so difficult, because Jesus was known around his city. So if I say I'm a follower of Christ, I need to accept whatever fame that comes up. A few months ago, my siblings were telling me that I don't say subscribe and share when I make YouTube videos. I'm like, because I'm not really thinking whether anybody subscribes or not, and it's showing through my YouTube that I'm not really going hard for people to subscribe and share. It's just there are people like me who don't like attention. But I realized that God's message must be shared, and that's something that is vital to us. And you know what? Those Jewish people told us something that stood out. They told us not to call them on Saturdays, because that's their worship day. So they know that they're not rich by chance. They know that it's, but I don't know, is it God they're serving? I don't know what Jewish people do, to be honest. I may need to read a bit of what they do. But they take their religion seriously. And it's like, whoa, you need to submit yourself unto God. You need to submit yourself unto God if you want to be wealthy. No matter how much. If you want to do 10 circumcisions, they don't do it on Saturdays.
They don't even chat you. They don't
chat. They don't reply. They said, don't call us on Saturday. My head was busting. And I'm like, whoa, maybe nobody should be calling me on Sunday. In fact, nobody should call me on Sunday again. Sunday is my worship day. I said it here and I mean it. So this is one vital thing that we know will keep a marriage stronger when the finance area is, looked after. We don't take for granted giving in church. We don't take for granted paying tithe, money. I think you should touch a bit on that.
Before I go into that, for marriage, as you said, and also it's a habit that you can actually start to build before you get married, because it's really gonna help you when you're that husband, when you're that wife, when you know how to make money, you know how to manage that money, and you know how to multiply that money. You know how to invest that money into God's kingdom, to advance God's kingdom. Literally, that's the reason why we're here. And money is really important in that way. And also giving us, as I mentioned as well, you need to always, because we're stewards of God's money. This money, first of all, we have to have that mentality that this money is not ours in the first place. It's God's money. So we have to put it in the right place. So, which means we won't be having unrealistic budgets. We won't be buying anything that we do, because this money needs to be used for God's kingdom. Exactly. So I'm not neglecting the fact that you need money for, to run your life as well. Of course, money is important, for you as well, for your daily survival. But the main thing is to put that money in the right place where it's meant to be.
I think it's important to put this little teeny bit in this video, which is like one thing that I could literally use all my money for is skincare and beauty things. So what I've done is, because it's my weakness, I have given that mantle to my husband to always get me whatever skincare things, like any oils I need or anything anything beauty. I didn't directly tell him. I just showed him that I'm not really interested in buying these things anymore. If we're going to build wealth, so if you want me to be looking sweet, you get them. I think it's because if I go into a shop to get beauty things, I'm definitely spending my whole life savings, literally. And so it's important for him. It's with clothes and shoes. So I do the shopping for him. Obviously, I always get what he likes. So I think that it balances up, giving your partner to check on you. I'm better with money anyways, so my husband lets me do all the money runs, pay all the bills. He just sends me the money for everything, and it's really helped us, because if you leave him, I remember when we had our baby and I was in the hospital, he was just buying me everything in the hospital. I'm like, hey, are you sure there is still? I was just thinking, and truly, he has spent everything because he was trying to meet that need. Whereas on my own end, I'll meet the need and not really meet the need, but you want to meet the whole need. So if I say, honey, I want an apple, you buy 10.
But do you think in every marriage, like there's always that one spender and one?
Yeah, they may not be as extreme as I am with saving money, but there's always, because opposites always attracts. Sometimes it's the woman, sometimes it's the man, you know. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. To be finish with the point.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So.
Yeah, thank you for making this video with me.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. I like to be here with you. I mean, who wouldn't like sitting right next to a beautiful, gorgeous girl?
Jeez.
I'm talking about. But yeah, seriously, it was nice to be here to share.
Yeah.
From experience and
still learning.
Yeah.
See you in our next video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe because I have to do it. It's YouTube, innit?
Let me do it for you. So remember.
Sorry, baby.
So remember to watch, share.
They're already watching, baby.
Rewatch, subscribe, and of course, enjoy.
Oh, thank you. Bye. No, having the symbol of Christ is good. I just had a father. Is my breath smelling of a father?
Smells good.
I told you guys.
What?
I told them that if you do your personal hygiene well, your breath will be good even when after you have a father. A father smells with the root, crayfish, everything, and I just had it like 1 minute ago, and my breath is not of a father. I'm so happy. Like, cause body confidence and everything is what matters to me. I want to be able to speak to anyone.